All right, this man needs no introduction, but I am going to do it. That's my man and my homie, Bram Weinstein, play-by-play for the Commanders Network. And we've been at this a long time. We've been to a lot of training camps, Carlisle, Richmond. We've been doing this for a while. There's something different about this camp for me because of just the business-like and the competency of a group that got one step away from the Super Bowl. What have you seen?
I mean, it's a different camp because I think we're kind of past all of the issues that follow the team.
Yeah.
So there's a professionalism to it. I love this coaching staff. I think they're very detail-oriented. I think Quinn walks in with purpose. There's always a message, even in the press conferences he does every day. He starts with what the message of the day is. That filters down to everybody else. And I think we're walking into a season where there's earned expectations. We haven't had that in a long time. Like, there's been expectations, but not ones that I think that have been earned like this. Go look at what the schedule is. Go look at how the league looks at this team. And I think it kind of validates where we all are, which is, I think we all think this is a team that's on the rise, that's going to continue winning. Maybe not 12 wins again, but winning.
Right. Who has stood out to you? I know that's the question everybody asks reporters and things of that nature. So I'm going to ask you, who's standing out to you?
So Trey Amos from the rookie class is really standing out to me. Even from the spring, he just totally looks the part. He feels like a day one starter. And because of that, and because Marshawn Lattimore looks healthy again, I think the biggest change from last year to this year, at least on the field, is that position group went from a definitive weakness to maybe the best position group on the team, the strength of the defense, and if it is that, it's going to give Joe Witt and Dan Quinn the opportunity to play the style that they've wanted to play, and I think we're going to see something that's closer to what they produced in Dallas, where they had a lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers, a top 5 type of defense in terms of points generated, big plays. I don't know that we have a Micah Parsons, but I do know that we have the group that could play that style. And I think that that's what's really going to be a really, really, really big difference. On offense, I haven't seen a lot. I think that the team hasn't really gelled much yet. If you listen to Cliff Kingsbury today, he kind of verified that. I mean, there's a lot going on. With a couple of prominent receivers not practicing, with a bunch of injuries on the offensive line, and so many moving parts, they don't look like a cohesive unit yet. There's plenty of time, and I trust number 5. But
That's a good one to trust.
Yeah, I trust them. But and maybe that's the biggest difference too. If we had a quarterback that we've trusted like this in my adult lifetime, probably not. No. So that's a big difference too.
Yeah. I think one story that people are not talking about, Bram, and I ask you to give me some perspective because you see it. I think that the mentoring that Jaden is getting from Doug Williams between the ears has been phenomenal. Last year, the first game of the season, he showed up in the Doug Williams jersey. He loves that young man, and that young man reveres him. And I just feel that we've had so many quarterbacks that have come through here that you could see now with Doug and Jaden, there's a cohesive unit. Do you see that? Like, you're in the building a lot more than me and around that dynamic. Do you see that?
Yeah, there's so many attributes to Jaden that I love outside of just his sheer athletic ability and his instincts. He's got a work ethic. He's practicing in a modern fashion that I think a lot of young quarterbacks are going to start to follow because they're going to see his success, and he cares. For us that cover it, I grew up a fan. I went to RFK as a kid. I grew up in the area. I love the team. I always wanted to be in media. I always wanted to do the job that I have. It's
good job, by the way. Does a great job.
Because I care about the team, and I think you're kind of a conduit between the fans and the team, and you kind of have to feed into the emotion of how much the region cares about it. It's really refreshing when you have players who know the history, that it matters to put on the jersey, that they're trying to uphold a legacy, and that's part of Jaden's DNA too. That he knew, Doug Williams was retired before he was born. Right? But he knows who he is. He knows what he means. He wants to have a relationship with them, and he cares to carry on a legacy. And Doug Williams represents a big part of our Glory Day legacy here.
Yeah. Bram, you do a great job. Thanks
so
much for spending the time. I'll be talking to him a lot during the season, but I couldn't go too far into camp coverage without talking to my man, Bram. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Lynn.